After I got my trim stick together, everything together, the first thing I did was put on the weld liner. This is this. When the top goes down, it folds into this. It's good to have. It separate the trunk from the cargo area. I'm not the cargo area, but the passenger area. When you got the top down, well, you got the seat, the back seat in, but it just look better. I think it's a good thing to put in, but this base is easy to staple in. Like I said, I got this off another car, so it got holes in it, you know, from another guy staple in. But hey, it is what it is. Save about $200 or $300. The main thing you got to do first is you lay your weld liner out. You got to measure from this end all the way around to the other end. And what you want to do, you want to find your center. And after you find your center, you mark it. And you do the same thing with your bow, the trim stick rather. You measure all the way around, do the same thing, and you find your center of your bow. And the center of my bow is here. With this new mark here. And you line your weld liner up the same way. So you put your mark on your weld liner, start here, you just staple. Put your first staple here, second staple there, whatever you want to do. But always work from the center out. Don't start from this section and work to the middle. Start from the middle and work your way to the edge. And then get that in, staple in. You don't really got to worry about too much of stretching or anything like that because it just sits flat in the back of the car in this section. It just sit there. So it's pre-cut. So it could, you got glass top. You got, slit in for the glass top, and all that good stuff. I mean, for the arms of the glass top. I'm sorry. For the arms of the glass top. So that's all it is. So I'm going to attempt now to put this rear window in. And this right here, it's got to be right because, this got to be tight. Let me put it in. So the number one trick to this that I found is when you take your trim stick out, you mark how the old parts will staple in. So in other words, you from here to this corner, you put a mark here. So when you go to line everything up, this was on that mark. So when you come out, it'll be tight. But you want to do the same thing. You want to start from your center. And this happens still have the factory mark, but they will put a mark to mark the center of the top. So the factory mark here. So your center is here. So you put another mark here. You do the same thing. You line it up with this. You just tack it on top of your trim stick. It's good to put your weld liner in first because, matter of fact, it's good to put all the in before you put it in because I'm going to tell you, you don't want to be taking that trim stick in and out because every time you take it in or out, you got to screw all your bolts in to make sure it fit properly. So you put it in wrong, you got to take all the screws out, staple it all up, do this. Same thing with the weld liner. You got to take the back out. But if you got the top pretty much right, you can easily put a weld liner in because you just take the 3 bolts out on each side and just tack it from the side. Raise it up, slide it out, tack it from the side. Your top should be already done. But anyway, another thing I want to say too, when you get ready to take these bolts out, take you some rags and sticks down in the side. See? Because your bolts will slip and fall down in this crack right here. And as it fall in this crack, it goes in here. Then you got to take this section off. You can get to it, but I'll put some speaker holes in mine. But if you don't want to put the rags in it, you just unscrew these take them off from the start, because 9 times out of 10 you're going to drop the bolt in it. But hey, it is what it is. Well, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to attempt to stretch this cover, this rear window, and see, can I put it out? It got a little condensation on it. I put it out in the sun to soften it up. When you put it in the sun to soften it up, it gets stretched better. So I'm going to attempt to do that. I'll be back.